Yo, yo, yiggity, peace, peace, and electricity, beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, magnificent, pristine, pristine beings. That's who you may be, a pristine being. All you have to do, aspire to do so and be so, and voila, you change your mindset. Now today I really kind of been putting this off a little bit because I felt some type of way. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but we'll get into that in a minute. Real quick, talk about this. Avatar 2 came out, and of course we knew what the concept of the movie would be, right? Some greedy, conquering, sadistic, I mean, sadistic says it all, right? They try to come in. Now, they say the plot of the movie, or, you know what I'm saying, the whole storyline was the conqueror, the colonizer, trying to kill a particular family, right? But once again, you know, you got them coming in, destroying shit, trying to get natural resources, pardon my language, trying to get natural resources, moving the people off the land, classic Western, European behavior, right? That's classic, that's typical for them to find minerals, resources, whatever the case may be, and go exploit that land and those people for their resources and minerals. That's what the most previous history shows. Long time, right? So, but the beautiful part is, I spoke about this before, the beautiful part is that the people, the civilization, right? They connect to the animals, to the trees, to Iwa, which is their ancestor. They got like an ancestral tree, right? And they connect everything by their hair. They just touch their hair to stuff. So this might seem weird at the moment, but the other day I decided to wrap my hair around my stick. Why not, right? This comes from the earth. No, I won't stay and I ain't want to walk around like this or nothing, but just a moment to appreciate earth on my shoulder, earth on my crown. And for those of you who know, yes, this is my stick. From my previous video, where y'all see me cut down this tree. It's my baby right here. Alright, let me get that off, because can't be giving up everything, but the people there, they attached to their ancestral tree, Iwa, I think that's the name, I could have it slightly wrong, pardon me. And that's how they, you could kind of say that's kind of like the heart-shaped herb, right? The heart-shaped herb, Iwa, kind of had the same effect. It takes you to your ancestral dimension, shall I say. Or whichever dimension that is. It takes you to another dimension and meet your ancestors. More importantly, You um you get powers, messages, downloads, right? Things of that nature. Then I want to speak of something else real quick before I forget. There was this new show I came across. Now y'all remember the show Charmed back in the day with the three witches? And I ain't gonna lie, there was a point in time as a kid where I actually watched that show. But now we got a new show. Obviously way better. They kind of effing us over with the relationships in there, but, I can not look past it, but see the good in the rest of the show, right? It's called Wicked City. So I would advise everyone to go watch at least an episode, right? Powerful stuff. If you like Charmed, you'll love Wicked City. And it's too bad that it's a new show, so you have to wait for each episode to come out, see if new seasons get cleared, pardon me, picked up and things of that nature. But first two episodes, I loved it. Now to go back to Avatar, right? Important is that now they go to the different civilization. We all know from the previews. I won't give up too much in the movie. Not that whatever. But there's a different civilization. They're not in the trees no more. They're not in the forest. Now they're in the water. So the people from the water, the civilization, what's the word I'm looking for? Villages. They had different villages throughout like different islands, and I forget what part of the earth they called that, or wherever they was. But the people of the village, and we'll say the sea people, are teaching the land avatars how to breathe, so they become more adapt with the water. They're used to breathing above ground, which is still water, just not obviously as much. So they're teaching them breathe. The kids of the village are teaching the other kids from the land village to breathe. Breathe from in here. They're telling you, breathe from here, from your diaphragm. Deep, slow. They're telling you, slow your heart rate down. Slow your heart rate. They're telling you the sea is in you. So the sea is of you. I forget the quotes verbatim, pardon me. But they're telling you the sea is, you are the sea before birth and after death. Something similar to that, right? But I got the meaning. You are water. Water is you. Water's always around. Now, few may think it's super crazy that everywhere is water. Above, below, what you see. It's water in everything we exist in. So they're telling the people, breathe. You're connected to the water. You are the water. And of course, that can obviously go back to us. We are the water. Breathe, family. I don't do so well. I spoke about it before where I'm like, I don't know if but there has been times, I won't speak on it too particularly, but there's most certainly been times where I breathe myself into particular spaces. Is it easy? I would say no, but it's most certainly doable. The movie overall, though, decent movie. Kind of like the first one, you know what I'm saying? And if you ain't know, I'll spoil this part. It looks like there will be a third one. So it looks like they're gonna come back at it with one more at least. And I can't remember exactly when the first one came out, so I can't speak of like the year range. I most certainly want to say it was. Hey, it could have been a minute ago, huh? I don't want to lie. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. I want to say at least 2015 for the first one, but it could have been like 13 or something. $2009. Whoa, I'm way off. Okay, wow. So it took them 11 years to do another one? 12 years. Hmm. Is that 13? That's 13 years. It took them 13 years to make another one. Now that's 13. Now that's particular. Sun King is 13. Flip that around, you get yours truly. You know what I'm saying? So, gotta figure that out somehow, right? 13 years. That's a long time ago. I didn't think it was that long ago. But, you know, I guess I wouldn't really know either because I don't think I watched it when it first came out. It might have took me like a year or two. I might not have watched it until 2015, 2014, 13, somewhere around there. I definitely didn't see it in theaters. Did I? I don't know, but we about to switch subjects, right? I want to talk about, like, and it's messed up because I'm a super firm believer in this for I'm gonna say close to a decade, somewhere around there, right? Can't be too sure, but I'm a firm believer in when people show you who they are, believe them, right? And although I've got to that point, I went through that stage in my life where, you know what I'm saying, I lived by that, and once I saw who people was, I believed them and just left it at that, right? Didn't really try to go too much to go above and beyond. But then I make it to a point in my life where, all right, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to not be who you want to be internally, not to what everybody else think, not what the perception of you are. You know what I'm saying? The perception of you is. But I made it to a point where I'm like, all right, people gonna be who they gonna be, but I know there's a chance. I look at people like there's a chance for that growth, for that realization, whatever that may mean, right? But for that perspective shift, because as a whole, as a culture, as a people, we most certainly need a perspective shift, like immediately. And that's really gonna be the only thing that change the masses, because everybody could, even myself, like I could tell everybody how important they are and how powerful they are, how beautiful they are. People really don't want to hear that. And you know why? One being that they honestly don't believe it themselves. Two being that they were raised with the thought of how insignificant their value or their presence is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we speak about the dysfunctional love and the effed up things that's said between loved ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, you love someone, but you quick to punch them in the face. Makes no sense. Like, and I'm gonna go here first before I get deep into my spiel. That it's effed up when, like, you ever had a friend, someone you consider a friend, right? Forget, you know what I'm saying? It could be, now, this could go to different levels. It could be someone you're in a relationship with, someone you never had a physical relationship with. It could be your brother. You could consider him a friend, although he's your brother. You know what I'm saying? You could consider your mother, your whoever, a friend, right? And you and this friend locked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, super locked in. Super locked in. Like this. And, you know, whatever happens, you know what I'm saying, happens. And, you know, it's like, it's not like there's a violation where it's like, I can't be in your presence anymore. It's just like, Dad, you did that to me, whatever. I know you still grown as a person, so me being overstanding of most of the things that go on today, I can, you know, I won't say overlook it, but I can most certainly, I can relate. I'll just put it like that, I can relate. So, you have a friend. You and this friend have a bond. You know, and it's like similar to, I mean, you can almost apply it to anything, but, you know, to break it down to the people and, you know, in the lower realms of our communities, the ones in those four corners, you know what I'm saying? Pardon me. The ones on that one corner, people like that, right? So, we all know when you're in that type of existence, that there's really only one rule. You know, everything else is more like a courtesy. There's only one rule. It's unwritten rule. I don't even have to say it. But let's say you break that rule. Now, we've had multiple conversations, or not even like personal, where it's like me and you talk about what you would do or what I would do. It's like, Dad, did you hear so and so and what happened? Dad, them people, da 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 da. I would never. You know what I'm saying? Those conversations come up a lot, way more than we would think, right? And of course, I agree with the situation where, you know, and I believed in this a minute ago. And it wasn't just for particularly like people breaking particular verbal contracts, right? Because it's a verbal contract. Once you be like, what? I would never. All right, heard you. You just signed that. Can't take it back now. Now you break that contract if you do. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta have no ink and paper, none of that. It's not necessary for these type of agreements. So, now for my personal situation, it's nothing like that, not to that extreme, right? But it's just a regular friend, a person I consider a friend. Outside of whatever, you know what I'm saying, what else was going on, I consider this individual a friend. And this individual told me multiple times, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't like I've been through this particular situation or they have. It's like stuff you might see on TV or on the news or on a TV show, whatever. Stories you may hear about other people that you know in close proximity. Like, they're going through this, da da da. I would never. You ain't never got to worry about that with me. Da 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 da, whatever, right? Then a day comes where that person switches all the way up. Really nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what you do as an individual, you can't make me change my morals. You can't, like, you can do the most effed up stuff to me if it's something that I don't believe in. I won't return that favor, or, you know what I'm saying, I won't indulge. You can't bring me to where you want. You know what I'm saying? You can't just shift my body. It's not possible. So, for the people who are shiftable, for the ones that I didn't expect to be, I look at them super crazy, right? Because it's like, dang, I thought you had like some type of morals or some type of, you know what I'm saying, backbone. And obviously, everybody ain't got that at this particular time. They still got to grow into their Skeletor, I guess, because it's like they got a flimsy backbone. And all y'all flimsy backbone mofos, right? Y'all can try to fix your posture at times. Sit up straight. Do some yoga, do some pull-ups or something. Hit the bar. You know what I'm saying? Plank. Do some push-ups. Do something to strengthen your back, because it's terrible. Like, it's so sad too, because I could go to like different vibrations of our people, right? Like you got some that vibrate at the super low level, they involved in all the bully. You know what I'm saying? They almost with whatever. And then you got the ones that's just normal, average person, still vibrating super low, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't into the destruction of our people. You know what I'm saying? They just into the destruction of themselves and whoever they say they love, technically. And when you speak of those people, right? Obviously, different lifestyles, different perspectives to a certain extent. You got these people that don't stand for nothing. And I'm gonna speak of this real quick because I'm really mad about it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm upset about it because although this individual is still my brother, he done downgraded to an associate with brotherly ties type, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm very upset at being placed in a situation now. It's gonna be weird to talk about. First, I'm gonna go here. Yeah, go to my video where I say pardon my language. Go to this guy. Pardon my effing language. Or whatever it may be. But there's multiple guys of this. And now I'm aware of more than one situation personally, maybe even more than that, where man and woman are in a relationship and it's violent. That shit throws me through a loop. I'm gonna be honest. And I know, you know what I'm saying, it happens every day, everywhere, all the time. It's literally happening right now as we speak. Someone's in a domestic abuse. It's always happening. You know what I'm saying? The amount of deaths and arrests and injuries and PFAs and things of that nature is ridiculous. It's mind blowing. Like, I don't get it. I can't say I relate. Well, I do to a small extent, but I do understand. No, I don't. I don't understand. I don't understand from this point of view, right? I don't understand this at all. And I don't know what causes it either, so I can't, you get what I'm saying, pass too much judgment on people or anything like that. And I never have. I just don't think you should be in that situation. That's it. But I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, even if, let's just say, a child did grow up with their father beating up their mother. Either way, I don't see, like, either way, if there was violence in the house, why you would want to portray that same violence in your own household or in your own relationships. I don't get it. Maybe it's, and I don't think it's a generational thing. I think that's just like common sense, right? You see stuff growing up that you don't like, that you don't stand for, that don't make you feel happy, that make you feel exposed, right? What's the other word I'm looking for? Vulnerable. You feel exposed and vulnerable in certain situations, and it makes you uncomfortable. Then that's fine. You don't have to accept those type of things. Like, you're not entitled to accept heartache. Like, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's in this thing here we call life. More than likely, it'll happen in some way, somehow. But you don't have to, like, make yourself available for it. It's not what we're doing. So, I don't get these relationships. I don't get it. Like, soon as I'm gonna speak from my personal experience, right? Personal experience. Now, I grew up female cousins, aunts, you know what I'm saying, grandma, my mother, females. And I don't have memories of, let me not go too far. I don't have memories of my family members, you know what I'm saying, having those type of issues, like going to my cousin's house, she got a black eye, or, you know what I'm saying, things like that, aunts. None of that. Now, it has happened in my household at a small level when I was very young. I might have been like 11, 12, one time type thing, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I have brothers and me. So, you know what I'm saying? That was a one time type thing. And, you know, it was a lot of alcohol involved because the guy's really not a bad guy. You know, he's a little awkward, quirky, you know what I'm saying? Different. But he's not a bad guy. He's not that type of guy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened that day. Matter of fact, I probably know what happened. Let's be honest. We're going to get into that too. I don't want to get too deep into it, but we're going to get into that too. Pardon me, I got to spit. Felt it. I had to let it go. Sorry. But I'll speak from my personal experience. Let's get back to this. Now, the moment, super young, right? Teenager. 16, 17. It might have just started getting violent. Not might have. It only just started getting, like, violent around 18, 19. You get what I'm saying? That's like the first domestic type abuse I've been in. You get what I'm saying? And it may have been like 2 to 3 occurrences where it got like super loud like that, where people would, you know, I would get jumped at. Like, you jumping at me? Like, you gonna hit me? Like, you gotta relax. Like, I don't know who, where, and how people thought that was okay. Especially for the women. Because the women are, I'm gonna be honest, from my experience, now I have different experiences, obviously, throughout my journey. But from my experience early on, like personal experiences, the female's the aggressor. In my experience. I'm not saying that's always the case, because I know another case where that's not, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. But, and then, you know what I'm saying, like, you're mad, you're indulging, you know what I'm saying, like, especially when you're in a sick place, when you're in a place where you don't love yourself. So I can understand one's ability to get drawn in, even if that's not in your blood. You get what I'm saying? Like, adrenaline, blood pressure is high, emotions is running high. You know what I'm saying? Somebody jump at you, you jump back. Now they mad. Oh, you gonna hit me? Yeah, I'm gonna hit you. You think you gonna hit me? But I'll say this: most I've done, and I'm not proud of it, was sock a leg. That's all I did. Once, too. It ain't like I went crazy. Just once. Like, you can leave me alone. Like, back up. But, like, stuff being thrown at you, stuff thrown at me, I've been hit. You know what I'm saying? And that don't make it okay to hit someone back. That don't make it okay. But you're definitely not wrong if you do. I don't care who it is. You know, obviously we speaking a little different when they're kids and underage. But if you're an adult, if an adult attacks an adult, then whatever happens is okay by me. It's totally fine. I stand on the principles where, and this might seem super extreme, but bear with me here. And this is definitely not, no, I'm not going to say it in that situation. But I'll just speak of it. Soon as that moment happened and I realized how amplified emotions were and the tension was in the room and in the environment, we had to have another sit down because before that I'm like, yeah, that ain't me. Da, 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 da. But then once like a situation happened, I'm like, look, that's definitely not the way. The way I look at that is any domestic abuse, it always ends in death or jail. Now, it might not be the first occasion or the second or the 10th or the 40th occasion, but eventually, hopefully, to some point, I mean, it shouldn't even take that long. And I don't want to speak on people that passed away in the city, but it's been a thing more the where gentlemen that are known in a certain crowd, right? I'll just put it like that because I don't want to speak down on no one. Gentlemen that are known in a certain crowd are getting killed by their significant others or their child's mother or their side chick or whoever it may be, right? They're getting killed by a female in a domestic abuse. This is happening. And like I said, I don't want to speak too free on it, but I don't believe in men hitting women. Not being an aggressor, period. If you're an aggressor in a situation, you jumping that girl, she got you mad, you yelling out on her face and hovering over her and, you know what I'm saying, like bumping her and doing goofy, corny, weird stuff like that. He's a bozo, period. There's no explanation for, you know what I'm saying? The dude's supposed to be mellow, laid back, chilling, like, we don't got all that in us. Like, I need to stop eating all that soy and all that estrogen. I'm gonna speak about that in a minute too, because these dudes, what I want to call them? I want to call them something. I'm gonna find a name for y'all. I don't know, but we're gonna come up with a name or something. These dudes, I want to really call them gentlemen, brothers, and all that good stuff, but they don't carry themselves as such. So I just gotta call them dudes at this point. These dudes are full of estrogen, however you want to say it, whichever one you want to talk about. They got too much of it and not enough testosterone. That is a fact. That is very visual. It's not like an opinion. The things that they're intaking, and you could say that on all levels. It could be visually, audibly, you know what I'm saying, digestively, whatever you're doing, it's not helping you. You don't have certain qualities that your genetic makeup requires you to have. And it's not a good look. It's not a good look. And I could speak actually from like a similar place, right? Because I came up eating the same effed up foods. Pardon me, having a similar effed up mind state. But one thing I was never, no woman can say this. I was never a woman abuser. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm too standoffish to even, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to get mad that I don't care that much. And it's not that I don't care, but I'm not doing the most. You know what I'm saying? I'm not super extra with it. I ain't getting outside of myself, you know what I'm saying, initially until I get brought there in the past, right? But for my personal situation, I haven't physically put my hands on a woman in 11, 12 years, and I only did it once. As soon as it happened, I knew how wrong I was and how bad I felt, how much of a sucker I felt. I felt like a sucker, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was some sucker shit. No matter what you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a situation where it's like you're defending yourself, you still feel like a sucker if you have any type of heart or empathy or soul or testosterone, I guess, because that's not something you take pride in. You're not looking at it like, yeah, I just Or, all right, now you know, you better not. No, like, that's corny. So, from that point forward, as a team, made that understanding, and that stood. I never had to deal with that again. And in the future, I don't see myself having to deal with that again. Okay, maybe it can, spark, but I'm not that type of dude. So we're gonna talk about these bitch ass. Oh, pardon my language. We're gonna talk about these cornballs, these clown balls. One in particular, I've spoken about him before, and like I said, I like this gentleman. I don't like him no more. He made me not like him. You know what I'm saying? He's still. How can I say this? I don't know how to look at him, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because once something like that take place, it's like, all right, well, you ain't me, I ain't you. Let's just keep it like that. But, so, now I don't know if nothing new happened, and I spoke with, you know what I'm saying, this dude since the last time I heard of what he done, right? And I haven't heard of nothing new, so this isn't like an update on his continuous abusive behavior as far as physical. Definitely verbal, for sure, that's been happening. But, so, like I said, I just don't talk to dudes no more. You know this soft, emotional dude start counting like the time it's been since the last time I spoke to him. It didn't have the nerve to have someone I consider to be my brother try to like coerce me and line me up basically into a conversation, knowing I don't want to. I'm here. Not saying that I'm above anyone else. Just say I'm here. I'm not going there. Like, that's not where, you know what I'm saying? I know that place too well. That's not where I want to be. I know it. I lived it too long. Like, I've been in that vibration that I spoke of the people earlier. I've been there. I know what it's like. I care not to indulge in that. Especially if I don't have to. Like I was telling you, you don't have to make yourself available for trauma. Available for, you know what I'm saying, effed up conversations and, low frequencies. You don't have to. No one's entitled to your peace. Family. If you don't listen to nothing, no one's entitled to your peace. I don't care if it's your mother, your children, girlfriend, husband, brother, sister, cat, dog, mouse, you got a horse, a pig, I don't care who it is. You come first at all times. And I will give that advice to anyone. I will give that advice to my significant other. And I have. Like, forget about me. Worry about yourself. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, you forget all your responsibilities, whatever you got going on in life. But you gotta worry about yourself, because it ain't looking good. When people don't worry about themselves, it don't look good. You could have good skin and all this goofy stuff. Like, people be happy. Yeah. I don't even want to be super, because it might come off offensive. But people be happy they look good, but man, like, you're a terrible person inside. Like, you have nothing. You have nothing, literally. And that's sad to say when you really think about it, because I feel like everyone most certainly holds a significance in this existence, whether they figured it out or realized it or not. That's a different story. But it's most certainly present. They just gotta bring it out, find it, see it, whatever it may be. But until then, like the average person, now we're talking about the average person. Y'all know the average people. I don't even want to speak on them, but they're doing nothing for themselves. They could be doing everything for everyone else. They could be holding down 5 households, 3 jobs, 2 businesses, 5 investment accounts. But you are a terrible person. Like, you suck. You suck at life. Like, for real, for real. Now, you might be doing good in the illusion of life, you know what I'm saying, in existing, but most people suck at life. And this individual I'm talking about, he sucks at life. And a lot of individuals I know, they suck at life. And these are the individuals that I'm trying to, but I ain't gonna say I'm done, but for the people that really ain't like receptive of it, I feel like I'm kind of like repeating myself. I gotta move on from you. I don't care how much I love you. I don't care how loyal I am to you just by, you know what I'm saying? It's not even something I could break. I would say it's like an unfortunate trait that I have, and to a certain extent, I just gotta know how to get that balance because I wouldn't want to give it up. You know what I'm saying? Like you would have to cross me in a magnitude, or I can't forgive you for me to be like, all right, this is what it is. Other than that, the little petty stuff, goofy stuff, I still be like loyal to people. But like I said, a brother of mine tried to line me up for a conversation, knowing now beforehand, after sitting through this conversation that I told him over 5 times, I don't want to have this conversation. For what? What are we about to talk about? Don't make no sense. You're an adult. He might be a granddad, the dude that I'm talking about. He might be a granddad. I'm not sure. Right? I think he is. And I consider myself an adult. So we're two adult men. If you want to have a conversation of why I won't say hi to you, if that's not the most estrogen based male that I know, like you want me to sit down and have a conversation with you, and then there's another gentleman who I call my brother who's insisting for this conversation to happen. Well, I'm telling you 5 times I don't want to have this conversation. I don't want to go down there. For what? What are we about to talk about? You hit women, I don't want to talk to you. And only because I know how them situations go. You know what I'm saying? Obviously she's going right back. She's not even leaving. So forget going back. She get beat up, talk bad to, whatever. She go cower in the room, and it's sad. I gotta look at it like it's not my business, only because now it's word. I spoke on it before. I feel like anybody that's certainly seeing it have to say or do something. You have to have some type of action. I don't know what it is, what type of action, that's up to you. But if you're seeing it, I've never seen it. I just heard the after effects. But that's enough for me to be like, I don't like you. And me and him had this conversation before where I told him, I like you as an individual. I don't like what you do. I can't respect it. He told me he didn't like it either. He wanted to work on himself. He don't know why he think it's okay. He acknowledged that he does it, and that's just, he don't really understand why, right? So me being an individual that comes from the lowest realms of vibration, I told him I could dig it. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I respect your honesty. What happens? And of course I wasn't there. It might have happened like a month or two later. I can't remember the time. So since that time, since I heard of it happen again, at that time I stopped speaking to him. No explanation. I don't have to tell you why I'm not speaking to you. He's a clown. Like, you know why I'm not speaking to you, bozo. And I hate to, you know what I'm saying, because it's really not where I'm at. But so my brother, like I'm saying, he's asked me to have this conversation on his behalf. I told him multiple times, over 5 times, I don't want to have this conversation. I have no interest. For what? What are we about to talk about? You want to ask me why I ain't speaking to you? You know why I ain't speaking to you. You hit women. And the only reason why I take the outside view and, you know what I'm saying, not indulge is because I know how them situations go. She be looking at me like I'm wrong. She want to be with him. She want to go back. So it's a situation where it's like, I don't even want to talk about that particular no more, right? So whatever. He's emotional. He got too much estrogen in his body. He's not secure within himself. Obviously, that's super blatant because he beats up on his woman, his girlfriend, whatever it is. He called her wifey at a point in time. You beating up on your wife, like you just degrading her verbally and telling her how stupid she is and she stink and whatever else you be telling her. Like, you sleep with her every day. You telling her how stupid it is. How stupid are you if you sleep with a stupid bee every day? If that's what you call her. I don't know what she is. That's what you call her. In my eyes, she's a queen. She might not have queen qualities. She might not know she's a queen. But I don't see her being the abuser. I don't hear no stories of her verbally abusing him and throwing stuff at him, pulling knives on him, trying to run him over with the car. I don't hear none of that. Like, it's not equal. There's no balance in this abuse. Crazy enough, right? So it's just one-sided, which is even crazier. Like, almost on like some, I don't even want to misuse terms, but just a cornball overall. So obviously now I'm looking at it like, and I came here for a specific reason for my brother, right? Particular reason. And I'm hearing the conversation, what they saying. The dude saying I wouldn't even have been on his mind if them two didn't have a conversation. So I'm in my mind like, the F you have a conversation about me for? Yes, and braggadocious, confident way, I know my importance. In a more realistic way, I'm sitting there looking like, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all talking about me? Why am I on y'all brain? Why am I, you know what I'm saying? Why am I naming y'all mouth and I'm not present? More particularly in a way where it's like, y'all trying to discuss and figure out and what? You know why I don't talk to him, you could have told him. He keep telling me, I don't even want to speak for that, man. You know exactly why I don't talk to your family. This is your family. Let you tell him it's your blood. So, you know why I don't talk to your blood, because he's a bozo. And I told you before, you're a bozo for letting that shit happen around you. Oh, no, well, usually he don't do it around me. Or if he do, I try to tell him to stop, or that's enough, cuz. I don't want to hear that shit. Pardon my language. I don't want to hear it. Y'all are both pushing 40, if not 40 already. And you mean to tell me you can't stop your cousin from beating up on his girlfriend in front of your young queens? He's a bozo. I told him not one time, like, what? You let him do that in front of who? Yeah, I could dig it. Right? Of course, he got an answer for everything. He's a Pisces. Pisces got an answer for everything. The two Pisces I know are the biggest liars. Sorry, my Pisces out there. I don't know y'all personally. But the Pisces that's at a low vibration and a sick mind state and a fixed perspective of screen activity, they're liars. Instant liars. I mean, like that. They're going to have an answer and lie about everything. And if it's not a blatant lie, they just have an answer for everything. Like, you could tell them, like, I don't even want to go into situations with them, but I know Pisces personally my whole life. And Pisces are liars. And most certainly my whole adult life, once I started to realize that, oh, you're a Pisces too, no wonder why you... Oh. Now, for the healed Pisces, I'm pretty sure y'all have a different perspective on how y'all carry yourself and the verbiage y'all use, and you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you have some type of concern on how you say things and what you say. These other Pisces I know, y'all are pure liars. And the Pisces that I know, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all are liars. I don't mean to be disrespectful, rude, or anything like that. Y'all are liars. Y'all have an answer for everything. Every single thing. I never heard a Pisces be like, you know what? You're right, I was wrong. Or, it ain't even gotta be a you're right, I was wrong. They'll never agree with you. They have an answer for everything. So, like I said, he downgraded himself from my brother forever to, like, especially over like that. Like, you know I don't want to talk to your cousin. So y'all gonna have a conversation about me previously. Then when I get there, you ask me to have a conversation. I tell you more than 5 times I don't want to have it. I don't know what you wanted to go do, but then he come out of begin to partake in this conversation with me. I just told you I don't want to have it. So I indulged. I partaked in the conversation as a gentleman, as an adult, right? Speaking regular, voicing whatever it is I need to be voiced, which didn't need to be said. What's understood don't need to be explained. You know, like, for one, my associate knew exactly why. So you could have just told him from the gate, he don't F with you because of this. But outside of that, the dude know because I told him previously. I don't like you because of that. I don't like what you do. I like you as an individual. You cool. You know what I'm saying? Seem like you're trying to be yourself. That's the only reason why I liked him. Because it didn't seem like he was trying to be anyone else. And you can see that quick when somebody putting off a front. You can see when they trying to be somebody else. You know what I'm saying? They're not being original. So, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I need to find that balance because I've been through this, not this place with him before, because I never felt like this was weird. Where I'm like, you know what? I was sitting there thinking, I actually put my head down for a minute, and then my ex, I ain't gonna say ex, my distant brother, right? He gonna sit there and say something, like the dude said something, then my brother said something, and what he said makes no sense at all to me. That just made me be like, you know what? Nah, man, I'm out. I'm just gonna leave, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't come here to have a conversation with a, you know what I'm saying? An abuser, a woman abuser, a womanizer, however you want to say it. Like you're a clown. I'm not here to talk to you. Then, you know, like I said, he got a lot of estrogen in his body. I had came into the conversation as a gentleman. He got estrogen in his body though. He got it pumping all through him. Little, you know what I mean, regular frail built dude, but he got estrogen all through his body. And so he raises his tone. He's cursing while he's speaking. He's not cursing at me, but he's cursing while he's speaking to me, which is basically the same thing. Like, if I'm not cursing at you, if I'm speaking to you as an individual, as a human, I don't care about what you feel. Like, how you mad? Aren't you mad I won't talk to you? Like, I should be the man when you beat a woman. I don't get it. So, I decided to just depart the area, you know what I'm saying? And of course, like, I don't even want to get into that part. But I'm just going to say you're a bozo. But you knew that beforehand because I told you, right? Give me 1 second, fam. Let me get me a quick one now. It might be all up in your face too, but work with me. Nah, that part won't work, huh? That part won't like that. Let me move over a little bit. Just a little bit. But yeah, like, why would I? I don't have to get into that type of stuff, so instead of me, you get what I'm saying, fighting with my ego, just leave it at that. I just distance myself. I don't have to indulge. I don't have to be available for y'all bullcrap. There's a point in time in my life where I subscribed to the negativity. I no longer do. So, I'm gonna make it easy. The one gentleman spoke of the fact that I don't say hi to him, got him and his cousin arguing. It blows my mind, literally. Y'all both know I don't speak to you. I mean, I might not have told you why, but you know why. Come on now, dude. Your cousin definitely know. I told him multiple times. You can make an educated guess on why I don't speak to you no more, dude. And then that was like the best case scenario for me. Yeah, like the best case scenario is just not speak to you. Because who I am as an individual, things get diffy, but we ain't going there, right? Pardon me. And I'm not an advocate for anyone. I don't care, like, it could be whether I'm attracted to you, whether we're cool, whatever the case may be. I could not like you at all. I could just see you as, you know what I'm saying, another beautiful soul, whatever the case may be. Or just as another person. Either way, I'm not indulging for anyone. I don't care if you're married, you got kids. For anyone to be in a domestic relationship at all. Even like verbally abusive. It's like, why do you want to say mean things to me? I lay down with you every night. I give you hugs and kisses. We're on this journey, this quest to build a village, an empire, whatever it is y'all got going on. Like, even if y'all don't have any desires to build anything, y'all just enjoying each other's time and company. Why would I ever want to bring you down as an individual? Like, what are y'all doing out here? This is for all the women. We'll start with y'all real quick. If you gotta degrade a man, try to beat on him, throw stuff in his face, if you have any, it's okay. There's a lot of people out here. You don't have to be with that individual. You don't have to sacrifice your happiness, your peace. You don't have to be available to the bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? If he beats you, cheat on you, if you do it to him, whatever the case may be, this goes for man and woman. Y'all don't have to, that's corny. Even on the woman's part, that's corny too, because I can't say majority of them that do it. I can't speak from experience of that, but the one that I know that was not, they didn't keep the actions going, like the type of abuse going, but they weren't afraid to indulge, and they had a father figure in the house. For one, they knew the real father, not that he was anything, but then they had a father figure, which was a real father in the household, and they were still eager to indulge in that verbal yelling, you know what I'm saying, all that goofy stuff, like screaming, crying. And I understand, you know, individuals that cry when they get mad. I used to be one of those individuals when I was a kid. I don't know exactly when I stopped, maybe probably by the time I start going to Schumann or whatever. Probably like the first time I had handcuffs on me. That's probably when I stopped crying when I got mad, honestly. Somewhere around that time. But I understand, y'all. We can do better. You can do better. There is a place of tranquil peace where you're unbothered. And it's funny because I came across a video the next day after that situation happened, or maybe the same day, where a gentleman was talking about this is what unbothered looks like, and da 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 da. And I wanted to send it, but I was so upset. I'm like, I don't even want to contact you. Because I already look at you like, you know what I'm saying? And this is going to be me being honest. And I be saying it to you about the things that you do and how you carry yourself. So I don't take them too hard for saying this in public. But I already look at you like you do a bunch of clown stuff. But I still like you. So I'd be like, all right, let me try to, you know what I'm saying? Give me some information showing, right? Because your actions is more than your words. Showing what's going on out here. What's possible. What's, you know what I'm saying? What's life about? Just a little bit, because I ain't got all the answers, you know what I'm saying? I still don't think I'm, you know. another story. But for the bozo stuff that he do and all the, this was like strike out. Honestly, this was like strike out type time, and it's so sad because the love is most certainly there on my part. And, on the other part, they'll be like, I love you. You know I love you. Yeah, I don't know that. Honestly, I don't believe that. And there's been, reasons why I brought it up to you in the past. Like, no, that wasn't thorough. Like, if I ask you, you know what I'm saying, whatever, you supposed to get right up out your seat and go get us right. Like, nobody hearing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he said at that time. Something corny. You know what I'm saying? Some type of lie. Some astrological lie. That's what he told. Some astrological answer. It might not even have been a lie. They just got an answer for everything. So I'm gonna just end this little section with this. Peace and love still. But what? Tripping, dude. Try to have me have a conversation on your behalf, knowing the intent previously. Like, I had a conversation already. You already knew what was going on. Like, you already knew. When I told you I don't kill them dogs, you should have known right there. Yeah, this isn't something that, all right, here, what you here to holler at me real quick? Yeah, that's how it happened, whatever. This is what's going on. All right, I'll holler at you in a minute. You know what I'm saying? It could have just been simply as that, like, but these dudes be so coward to set up their boundary. Like, they let anything happen. And once again, like, this is still happening. Where this was not too long ago, where he let these bozos walk into his environment and start speaking wild, crazy about private parts and stuff while there are immature ears 10 feet away. Like, are you serious? Like, do you not care? You know what I'm saying? If you don't care, I can't care either, right? I can't make you care about something. I spoke of it before. Like, you let these people come in here and talk all crazy around. I be trying to tell. What you mean you be trying what? That don't make no sense. You feel like you everybody's OG, big dog. Be a big dog then, nigga. Stand on something. Pardon my language. That's how I look at it, though. Alright, stand on something. So it's willy-nilly out here. Anything comes, anything goes type stuff. But I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, going too crazy. Like I said, it's peace and love. You just know, you know what I'm saying? You know. You made that choice. You made that choice. Now you gotta live with it. I gotta live with it. You know what I'm saying? The people up under us gotta live with it. The people around us. Because I'm cool. I am A-OK off you, brother. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, be available. I try to make myself available for your ascension. You want to use my availability for my dissension and for your continuous low frequency. Like, I'm okay. You can have that. Like, all by yourself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to indulge. I don't want no parts. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be greedy. You got it. You got it, King. Feel me? It makes it even worse. You know what I'm saying? But there was a gentleman, right? I seen he was speaking of, and peace to him. I don't know his name or nothing. I came across him one time. And, he was speaking about people using terms. Where's all this hair coming from? He was speaking about people using terms and not really, like, doing nothing in real life. So they're, like, kind of like in a delusion, right? And I most certainly got what he was saying, for sure. But the way he was delivering the message, it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? What you trying to speak down on other people? I don't want to be liking that because that's easy. We can always speak about what somebody ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's journey is different. Just because you made it to a place quicker, more proficient, efficient than the next, don't, you know what I'm saying? Discredit what they got going on. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you ain't learning nothing yourself. Even if you're able to just regurgitate it. That's a start, right? But then the most important part is most certainly putting some actions into place. I don't care where it is, what it is. Something. Because then you just become like, you know what I'm saying? A narrator of somebody else's story or somebody else's beliefs. And the reason why I feel like, me honestly, personally, why I feel like I could speak, literally, I could come here and speak for hours and hours and hours. And I wouldn't care what nobody say. Like, oh, dang. If they was like, well, what you got going on? What you do? Or da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I've been on a active, this over here, because I'm going to need this. I've been on the active actions of progression. Like, you can't talk to me about what I don't or do. You know what I'm saying? Like, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Worry about yourself. I ain't here to judge what nobody else got going on or where they failed. You know what I'm saying? Just do something. I don't care. If you just want to exist, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? That's cool too. That's your choice. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on me to call you a bad person or to come on here talking like you ain't doing nothing in life. Hopefully you... Now, he was speaking on people that... I don't know what they doing, honestly, or who he was speaking to. It sounded like, you know, you hear certain messages be personal. Kind of like my message I just heard. That was a personal message. It's not like a, you know what I'm saying, like a broadcast. It was personal. But I don't like hearing people speak down on what other people got going on. It'd be like, all right, where'd you come from? You know what I'm saying? You must have came from something good and just noticed something better. Because if you came from any type of discomfort or place of not knowing, then you will understand the next person's plight. That part of your heart would be a little light. It won't be so heavy. Like, my part ain't heavy for the brothers, hence why I'm talking about it on video. I don't care. It is what it is. Y'all gonna vibrate how y'all vibrate. I'm a freak how I freak out. Feel me? And that's gonna always be that. I ain't got no hard feelings or no grudges towards... I ain't got the place for that. And I've been squeezing my bottle for years. The nerve of you. The nerve of you. Just wanna leave it like this. I'm your old head. Just gonna leave it like that. In reality. We could talk about this fictional, all this other stuff that go on. No, that's not real. It's not true. Everybody knows what's going on. But I do want to speak about this real quick. This is a random thought I had earlier, right? Because I know drug addicts my age, like addicts. I know individuals that my age that smoke crack, that look like me. And it's effing terrible, right? Obviously. And I think I should put this message out here. If you start smoking crack in the 2000s, you got a lot of reevaluating to do. If you wasn't a product of the crack era, you know what I'm saying? And then like the instant boom following and the lingering effect. If you start smoking crack in the 2000s, How about, let's say that's 2010 and up. You need to evaluate something. I ain't judging you, but you're certainly going down the wrong path. We seen what it done. We seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, in a certain mindset, in certain environments, the crack dealer was looked up to. He was admired. Not particularly because of what he was doing, but because of the social status and the material items one possessed while they indulged in that type of activity, right? But at a certain point, we gotta figure out, you know what I'm saying, like, your internal compass will tell you what's right and wrong. And to me, I had to realize to a certain point where it's like, yeah, selling crack to your people's wrong, right? Where I'm looking at people doing it, and I'm like, no, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, there could be children that, you know, weren't necessarily involved in too much that seen their parents do it, and that had to be like super traumatic. Pardon me. Like that and heroin would have had to be the worst, right? But I mean, we could go to something a little lighter. Still terrible. But like, let's say you had a cokehead mom or dad. You know what I'm saying? Throwing coke parties and stuff. Like, what? Y'all all snorting coke? Y'all all play with your nose? We could go a step below that and talk about alcohol. Man, I'm scared to see myself on a drink today or like drunk. Like, I never like drinking to the point of getting drunk, period, because I like to, you know what I'm saying, have some type of control of my faculties and, you know, my mindset. But I have been drunk before in the past, multiple times actually, and every time it ends with me throwing up. So that's the main reason why I don't like to drink. So it's easy for me to just randomly 2020 just be like, I ain't drinking no more. I was never big on it, you know what I'm saying? I was more of like I used to drink coolers. Drink coolers, get melted, regular stuff like that, right? But then I had to leave that, all that sugar, and man, got like mono and dye type sugars, which is like 2, 3, 4, 5s, and mad different type of sugars. I see the sugar I just consumed. That good sugar. You know what I mean? That nurturing sugar. But obviously, there's a lot of places where I can excel to a much better level. But this particular journey and, you know, detour is most certainly needed, because, you know what I'm saying, I was on a particular path where I don't know, I would assume that it still would have been destructive eventually, just due to me not understanding, you know, certain principles and laws. I put it like that. Me not understanding particular principles and laws would have still put me in a place where I'd rather not be, where the universe didn't want me to be. I'm right here like this for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. I'm not at odds with that. I'm not upset about it. I do wish one of these individuals will, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But don't let nobody else tell you anything about your life or what you got going on. Even myself. My only message is to do better and First love yourself, then start loving other people. Do better. That's the only message. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we have a bunch of different topics and information and experiences we could go through, but that's not everybody's experience, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about, I do want to say this. I made a post, now this is when I really didn't, for one, I was super against social media because it just, for one, when you come up a particular way, nothing that emits a frequency is okay. I'll just put it like that. No frequency emitting objects or things are permitted, or, you know what I'm saying, accepted, or, you know what I'm saying, that's not like a comfort zone. So once social media first hit, I was against it for like the first couple years. I forget when it really hit. Like, I never had a MySpace, never had a Facebook until this year. You know what I'm saying? But I did have a Twitter and an Instagram in like 2011 and 12, like around that time. Could have started in like 2010. But I made a post about my city, and this was when I was in like a super misguided, in the screen, right? So I made a post like 98% of people, I would say people, right? I didn't say that back then, but 98% of people in the city is soft. I just put it like that. I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying, what I would have said back then, but you're just soft. You know what I'm saying? You got a couple dollars, whatever. Like, and I'm gonna say that for like, someone put a number out there, I forget their number, and I don't know if they was talking about rappers or a particular group of people, but I'm gonna just say this in general. Like, when it comes to that aspect of it and that viewpoint and that perspective of, oh yeah, he's hard because he has chains, or people know his name, or he has some money, he has some cars, people scared of him, he went to jail a bunch of times, he killed 13 people and threw them all in front of the courthouse, whatever the case may be, right? I don't want to hear about your gangster stories. I know gangsters that's soft, like we all know. You know, you speak of everyone in every neighborhood or in every city know of a soft dude that'll still kill you. So we know killing don't make you hard. You know what I'm saying? That might eliminate you from, you know what I'm saying, the thorough pool. It might eliminate you. How quick and how reckless and how emotional, you know what I'm saying? Y'all really didn't act in violence, then, you know, that might actually bring you down a couple levels or take some stripes away. Y'all think because y'all been spinning and spinning and spinning, no shade to where that came from, you know what I'm saying, no diss, but y'all think because y'all been spinning and spinning and spinning, like, what y'all spinning for? Man, it's corny. I'm gonna say it. Y'all are not gangster, y'all are not hard. I don't care about your 13 guns, your 13 bodies, your 13 homies you got that's riding with you in different cars, and y'all do all this stuff. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I acknowledge that. I don't respect it. Like, what's the reason? What y'all doing? It started because of somebody said something on the internet, in person, whatever it may be. Like, y'all gotta start looking at the reasons for why you have the reputation you have. If you have a particular reputation, and that's only due to the fact that you keep beating up all your girlfriends, and then you get into it with their brothers, and then now the whole neighborhood think you're hard because you're defending yourself against, you know what I'm saying, a queen's brothers that's want to stand up for her. You're corny. You're only hard because you're soft. You're beating up on women, which makes a man come. You know what I'm saying? And then you might have some friends or some family or whatever. And then you get a name. Whatever the case may be. I'm going to tell y'all, y'all not gangster. Gangster is not what y'all think it is. It's not what you think it is. Most of y'all soft. And that's fine. Like, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You have a warrior in you, but it's for a purpose. And you're mispurposely using your warrior abilities. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are just supposed to be medics. Some of y'all are just supposed to be intellects. Majority of y'all, the way you act, look like y'all supposed to work in a nursery somewhere. Seem like y'all supposed to work in a nursery. Y'all be like everybody trying to prove they better than the next person or they know more or like, I just believe what I believe. You believe what you believe. And we ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Align on the same boat to get to the same destination. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta all be on the same ship. You know what I'm saying? But know that destination should be the same. I know where my destination is for me as an individual, for us as a collective. You know what I'm saying? Because really, me as an individual became insignificant a long time ago once I started making particular decisions. You know what I'm saying? Became way larger than me. And I think everybody else need to come to that realization too, that yes, you have an importance and a particular purpose, and every single one, not just, you know what I'm saying, us or we, everyone has a particular purpose. And it's up to you to figure it out. Maybe someone else can help guide you towards, you know what I'm saying, that purpose, but all I know is we gotta do better. Dudes be corny, y'all be soft, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all think cause y'all wanna fight all the time, y'all hard. It ain't hard cause you get emotional. Like, you're not tough, you're not a man. Like, no one cares. No one cares. Y'all be hard as nails. It really be soft though. Like, I see right through y'all. We got certified granddads out here that has nothing to do better with their time than to down talk a grandma. Then when that grandma press you about you gossiping and talking, you want to not be a man and stand on your word. What's going on? Why do people have so many years of experience on this earth and it's like they ain't learned nothing? Like, what have your experiences taught you? I would assume that all the hardships and rough times you've been through, you just let it be, let it consume you. You didn't really learn anything. You didn't grow in any situations. I don't know. Listen, I know for a fact that I have a universal cloak. I have universal protection. So I had to realize that it's been a long time. And who knows, it could all end up super, super bad. But until then, I'm blessed. You're blessed. You're still here. Try to find your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Love someone. Give somebody a hug. Kiss somebody. Talk to somebody. It's okay. Life's not as bad as it looks or as people say it is. Stop listening to other people's words. What you see in front of you is what you need to deal with, per se, right? And then you can, I don't want to say control, but you can contribute to that vibration, to that to the progress of that environment, or, you can contribute to the demise of the loved ones in the environment that you embody, or that you, you know what I mean? It's up to you. Choices are yours. Free will. One of the most effed up, most beautifulest things that we have in our existence is free will, because it gives the people free will to do whatever they please and continuously do it. So I do want to say this though. If you have been doing the same thing, being the same person, acting the same way, saying the same things, believing in the same things for the last 10 years, it's time for an upgrade. It's time for a change. That is the worst thing to see in life, is a 20-year-old, a 20-something-year-old that's been doing and being the same person they was when you knew him as a teenager. It's like, oh, you're still the same person. Oh, yeah, I don't change up for nothing. I'm gonna stay myself 100. And nothing changed me. Oh yeah? Not your children, not experiences, not, you know what I'm saying? Trials and tribulations won't change you into a better person. Won't make you into a wiser being, you know what I'm saying? A more calculated person, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. A more loving, accepting, over, under, omni, inner, standing individual. I don't know. It's all up to you. But you definitely need to change. And I don't want to speak down on these people, but it's sad, and I don't feel no pity. It's just sad knowing and coming to the realization and accepting the fact that there are a lot of people that'll never get it. They'll never change. They'll never see anything different than what they want to see. You know what I'm saying? What's put right in front of them. Forget what they want to see. They're only going to live by what they're told and what they, you know what I'm saying, what their social circles are talking about. Same bull crap. You know what I'm saying? You could almost go to 99 of 100 social circles, and the conversations will most certainly overlap eventually. Oh, did you hear about them? We be so busy talking about the next person's life, like a famous person or how much money they got. The thing I don't get is, it's super strange. Sports is a weird thing. Now, I like indulging in sports, you get what I'm saying? I like competition, talking stuff, things like that, right? But that's on a personal level. That's stuff that I'm involved in. I'm not. Dudes be 40, down, 50, you know what I'm saying? They know everything about somebody's contract, where they went to college at, their stats, who they compare to. You ask them about something about their health, about their children, what interests them, they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. They just sitting looking stupid, huh? What's that? What you talking about? What? I got a spine. I ain't got no spine, dude. What you talking about? You might be right, but technically you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't carry yourself like you got a spine, but you got one. Nah, obviously that's a sarcastic thing. Majority of people know they got a spine, but they don't be knowing what's going on with nothing in life other than what's going on in everybody else's life. How you know what this dude's contract was when he got signed 10 years ago? And you know what his contract is every year since then. Or you know what his stats is. Or it could be you know what her stats is. I don't care what it is. I'm not that involved in everybody else's life to where, you know what I'm saying? I could dissect it. Oh yeah, they got 9 kids. They got the one baby mom that did this, I don't care. Even if I came across those stories and heard them, it's not something that I'm eager to regurgitate or remember. Why am I talking about somebody else's shortcomings? I have my own. I don't. It's weird because I go through these little different phases, right? But like I talked about before, I don't know what perfection looks like, so I'm not looking for perfection. Honestly, I'm not striving for perfection. Like, there's certain balances that I have where it's like, oh, I'm okay. I know I do that. That's cool. But guess what? I also do that. Then I need to bring that balance more into, you know what I'm saying? But we ain't looking for perfection. But you most certainly better want to be a wiser, wisdom participant, right? Because you could participate in wisdom. Other than that, you just got a bunch of information. Until you start participating, then, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, this was a good talk because I feel like it kind of like balanced me back into a place where I might need to be, well, where I need to be. But y'all know, love someone, teach someone, reach someone. Don't preach to no one unless you walking in that light. Walk in the light. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? We embody the darkness. We love as soon as the, you know what I mean? As soon as that thing passed the horizon, and it's like, oh yeah, this is, you know what I mean? For some reason, the sky's been looking like orangish to me. And yeah, I guess it's, I don't know. I'm just gonna say they orange. Orange clouds, orange skies at night. If you're going to light gaze, I would suggest, I was just thinking of this earlier, right? I would suggest immediately 30 minutes after it rises above the horizon or 30 minutes before it sets. That would be like peak idea time. But you would know about the intensity, you know, on your gaze. But 30 minutes to an hour before or after and then before. So after it, you know what I mean, rise above the horizon, you don't want to do it nowhere up here. Nowhere up here. You might glance at it, but you don't want to gaze. And then right over here before it's about to go back down, get your half an hour in. Keep these out. These are important. Stop cutting your stuff. I don't care if it's your beard, your lineup, your testes. You know what I mean? Maintenance is key everywhere, but stop depending on stuff. Stop like, for the gentlemen, I don't know what y'all got going on. Like the fake beards, the fake hair, like, just eat better. Treat yourself better. I guarantee your stuff will start to grow back. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll just be healthier, whichever the case may be. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a deaf doctor. So I can't speak on it particularly, but I know if you do better, you'll be better. Stop getting, how y'all getting, like lace fronts and like caps and glue and, no, tripping. Y'all gonna talk about women and their, what they got going on. You know, but you're entitled to be whoever you want to be. Just know that consistently covering your crown and contaminating your crown and compromising your crown will keep you down there on a lower level. You'll stay on a low vibration. You will never rise. Mark my words. Nah, you might still rise. I'm just trying to show you the importance of, I mean, keeping your crown intact, keeping your hair. You know what I'm saying? Let it show. I had to speak to an individual, not to put you on blast, Queen, but I speak about, you know, these situations before I spoke about it with you, so I have to still bring it up. That, alright, and outside of the fact that you don't want to maintain it, I get it. This is a job. This is a job. Like, it's all, you know what I'm saying, a part of your self-care routine, your daily hygiene, whatever. And it's a job. But if you don't like the job, then I don't promote this. But you can cut it. You can make it to where you're not like consistently masking and contaminating your scalp. Like your brain sits under there. And I know the brain is just like a processor, right? It's not end all be all. You can still look brainless. But I wonder why y'all say the stupid stuff y'all say, and like, I don't know, people just say stupid stuff. I try not to be judgmental. I said stupid stuff in the past. I've done stupid things. I relate just about in all aspects, right? Just about in all aspects, but I chose something different. Love someone. Stop walking out the house with I seen a video of a dude with a bonnet on. I don't know why he had a bonnet on, but guess that's style where he come from. Like, and he ain't have no hair. He had an even. He had an even with a bonnet. Please explain. Matter of fact, don't. I don't even want to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Don't explain. It's not my business. It's not for me to understand. Just like it's not for me to understand that a queen will consistently come out the house weeks straight with like a scarf or a bonnet on. Like, this is who you are? That's scary. Like, imagine me walking around. I don't know. I don't get it. But, you know, we ain't judging nobody. We most certainly want them all to do better and be better as individuals so they can infectiously resonate with everyone in their proximity. Once again, I advise all men, all women to leave whatever domestic abusive, whether it be verbal, emotional, because verbal ties right into emotional and physical ties right into emotional. So once you're physically abusive, you're automatically emotionally abusive, and once you're verbally abusive, you're automatically emotionally abusive. So do better. Leave the situation. I know it's easier said than done, but you can, if you don't like it, you can change it. You can technically just up and leave, or, you know what I'm saying? Go live in your car, go live in a shelter, go live with an aunt across town, go, I don't know. It seems like there's good people in the world. Not enough, but, you know, someone will give you a hand up. Someone will give you a hand up, and whatever it is you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You right there. I love you. I want you to be better, do better, whether I know you or not. No matter what you look like, just do better. Be a good person. I used to question good people, not knowing what it was like to be one. So, not saying that I'm a good person now. I just do better. Do better.